Hi, this is Jenny, and I just wanted to kind of walk you through the process for getting set up in Canvas, and also wanted to show you around the course a little bit so that you can get started. Okay, so you should get in your email an email that looks like this that says course invitation. And so you're going to click Get Started, and it's going to reroute you to the Canvas. And so you should see something like this. And it will say, you've been invited to join Twice as Healthy, and you're going to accept that. And then it's going to say, welcome aboard. And so if you've used Canvas before, you can log in and add this to your course load that you already have. Or if you're brand new, you're going to click create an account. You're going to set a password. You're going to make sure that you put Central Time and agree to their acceptable use policy. Okay, then you'll be here in the class, and so you'll see Literacy Council Fitness, and then you'll just have modules here, and I've tried to make it very user-friendly. Everything should just be right here when you log in, and you can go in and you can like add a profile picture if you want. You can do all kinds of stuff, but the main stuff is going to be right here. So you'll see that there are some points assigned to things. You're not really getting graded, but at the end, I think we're going to have some kind of celebrations for the people who get the most points. And everything's just going to be 1 point, and you're going to get a point for, you'll be able to get a point for each of your workouts that you do and different things like that. So ultimately, your goal is going to be to get all of the points possible. But we're not perfect, so we'll just have maybe some leaderboards or something like that, not really to have a competition as much as just to really celebrate the people who are able to stay on top of things. So we're going to do some fun things like that, and we may have some little prizes here and there for people who are really gaining all their points. Okay, so in the first introduction week, we want you to introduce yourself, and you can read. When you click that, you'll see some things that I've written, blah, blah, blah. And then so what you'll do is to complete this assignment, you're going to click reply. And then you're going to have, so in this first one, for example, I'm rambling a lot up here, but then I say, we really want to get to know you. So I want you to write a short little something to tell people about who you are. So I'm going to say, hi, I'm Jenny, and I have 2 kids, a dog, a husband, and I should probably put and a husband, Greg. We live in Redwater. I work at the Literacy Council. I love, what do I love? I love reading and writing. Let's see. I can't wait to get started. You can be much more detailed than that if you would like, but since I'm just kind of showing you, and you guys hear a whole lot from me, I'll keep it short. Okay, so this is how your comments will appear at the bottom once you reply. And then, so let's say you are someone who also loves reading and writing. You can click reply, and you can write a reply to me. So you are probably familiar with how this kind of stuff works, but I just wanted to show you. You can also you can also like people's posts. So, so it's just a good way for us to build community, get to know each other, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to delete that because it sounds silly. Okay, but just want to show you how that works. All right, so we're going to go back home. So if you ever get lost and you're like, oh no, how do I get back? Just go back to home and it will take you back to the beginning. Okay, so we have our introduction post. The next one is our goal setting. And so I talk a lot about goals and how we're going to set our goals. There's a little video I'd like for you to watch. And then I have this little prompt down here for you to also respond to. So you can read those, and then same thing, you're going to reply, and then you're going to answer those questions for us. That way we can all get to know each other. So one thing that's really important is that we're encouraging, and then we're positive. And there are going to be days where we're not excited about walking or running or whatever. But just be mindful that a negative space will affect other people. So we really want to just be a positive place. And it doesn't mean that some days you can't come on here and just be like, y'all, I'm really struggling right now. That's totally fine. That's what we're here for. But we just want to just be mindful of, if someone writes, that they're really struggling, just try to be a voice of like encouragement to them. Don't be like, yeah, I'm struggling too. This stinks. I hate running. Let's all quit, because then that doesn't help any of us. All right, so this next one, so you'll see some of these have points attached and some don't. So these two have points attached. So your introduction is important to me, and your goal setting is really important as well. But every week we're going to have just a how are you feeling post. And this is a place where you can be like, you know what? This is the best day. I feel so good right now because I just ran in the morning. I have a lot more energy. This is just a place for you to kind of share some things that are going on. It's also a place for you to say like, okay, y'all, I'm really struggling with this, or my feet hurt. I don't know what to do about it. Does anybody have any tips? This is just a really good place for you to kind of like get advice from each other and really kind of work to build that community. This is also a place where if there is a technical issue that you're having with running, like I said, your feet are hurting, or if you're losing energy, or something like that, some of the people in our group are actually athletes and runners, and they may be able to give you some tips and advice. And so sometimes this is just a really good place for you to get some feedback from some people who really kind of are experts in athletic endeavors like this. But this one is an optional thing. This is not something that you can earn points for, because not everybody's going to want to share how they're feeling all the time. Not everybody's going to have not everybody's always going to have something to talk about. So always make those optional. And also this one right here is optional. So this one is just a place for you to see if you can find some people who might want to meet up with you. Like I said in my video from Facebook, I will be doing this program from 1 to 2 o'clock on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But if you want to find a buddy to work out with, there are going to be a lot of people in this group who want like a partner, want somebody to join up with them, a small group, something like that. And that's where you guys can start comparing schedules and see, who is free on what days and times. And then you guys can get some small groups together or some partners. And I think that will be very, very helpful and important. Okay, and down here, I just threw out, these are the plans that I'm going to be personally using. I talk a little bit about checkpoints. I talk a little bit about my big goals. So my ultimate goal is to be down here at half marathon, but I cannot get to half marathon if I can't even run one block. So we're starting down here. And so I'm starting with couch to 5K. And once I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to move on from 5K to 10K. And when I'm good at that, then I'm going 10K to half marathon. So this is the progression that I'm going to be using as I train. So if you're joining me in the half marathon process, this is what I would encourage you to do. Some of you who are hopping on the half marathon bandwagon might already be at a 5K level. And so if that's your story, then your goals and your checkpoints and your plans are going to look a little bit different than mine. So it's totally your where your level is. Some of you, your big goal might be a 5K, and so your this may be your in game. So wherever you're at, that's how you're going to kind of navigate your plan. And if you need help with that, if you're struggling with like, I don't know where to go, what to do, just let me know and I can sit down with you and we can really like map this thing out. I love doing that. That's like my favorite thing about my job is sitting down with students one-on-one and really mapping out a plan. That gives me a lot of excitement in my life. So, but that's it, y'all. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty self explanatory. We're not going to have a bunch of like assignments, nothing like that. The only other thing that I would encourage you to do, and it's not on here, but this is just something personally that I would say. I encourage you all to take a picture of you on with your starting, where you are right now. Um, this morning I went to my doctor and I got just a regular physical done because I haven't had that done in a long time. But I really wanted a very good baseline view of my health. And so I got, my blood pressure, I got my weight, my BMI, what else I had a whole lipid panel done, which I don't even know what that does, medical people, but I'm sure you do. I said, I told my doctor, I said, I really want just a really good baseline of where I am. And then I'm going to do this again in 6 months, and I'm going to do it again in 1 year because I really want to see my progress. And so I'm looking at this whole program from a health standpoint, not necessarily a weight loss, but I'm expecting that I'm going to lose weight as well. So I'm going to take some pictures of myself because I want to see that progress. Also, and this is just a side note, if you're still listening to me, I really encourage you to um, not focus so much on the scale. I know that we want to lose weight and we want to, do all the things, but sometimes you can get really, really discouraged by looking at a number on a scale. And I don't want you to lose your momentum. I don't want to lose your excitement because you don't see the number on the scale move as quickly as you want. So I just really encourage you to just kind of uh, not obsess over that. I've decided for myself that I'm only going to weigh in once every 3 months, and so I'm not even going to I'm putting my scale up because I will obsess over it, and I don't want to do that. So just tossing that out there for you. Okay, so there we go. So this is the training plan. This is the class. And if you have any questions or any problems, don't hesitate to let me know, okay? All right. Have a great, great evening.